Welcome back. Last week, the court stopped the Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission from implementing the new tariff on electricity. These and other stories made our recap of the top legal news.
We begin with the report that the National Assembly last week, Wednesday, agreed to remove the controversial clauses in the amendment to the Constitution under the 4th Alteration Act 2015, which it passed this year. Former President Goodluck Jonathan had withheld his assent to the amendment of the 1999 Constitution, and the former Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice had instituted a suit against the lawmakers to annul the amendments. The lawmakers agreed to amend the Act in an out-of-court settlement between the representatives of the executive and legislative arm of government in Abuja on the 26th of May. According to the terms of settlement, the National Assembly agreed to delete alterations made in Section 45A to 45B of the Act relating to free basic education and maternal healthcare services. It also deleted alterations made to Section 150, 175, 195 and 211 to the Principal Act relating to the separation of the office of the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice. Section 9 of the Principal Act, dispensing with the assent of the President in the process of Constitution amendment, has also been slated for deletion. The Supreme Court has therefore struck out the suit on the matter. From the Apex Court, we move to the Federal High Court in Lagos, where Justice Muhammadu last week, Thursday, barred the Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission, NERC, from implementing the new electricity tariff scheduled to come into force on June 1, 2015. Justice Idris' order was sequel to the hearing of an ex parte application brought before him by a Lagos lawyer, seeking to restrain NERC and all the electricity distribution companies in Nigeria from enforcing any increment in electricity tariff without a meaningful and significant improvement in power supply, at least for 18 hours in a day in most communities in Nigeria. The chairman of NERC, Dr. Sam Amadi, at a news conference recently in Abuja, announced plans by the Commission to implement the upward review in electricity tariff effective from June 1st. After listening to arguments in court, Justice Idris ordered NERC to maintain status quo with effects to the planned upward review of electricity tariff pending the hearing and determination of the suit. Another judge of the same court last week Thursday struck out a suit filed by two Lagos lawyers seeking the reversal of the 20% increment on the rate of the digital satellite television DSTV operated by MultiChoice Nigeria Limited. Justice Chukwujeku Aneke, who threw out the suit while ruling on a preliminary objection filed by MultiChoice Nigeria, held that the suit is an abuse of court process. The court also said that the suit disclosed no reasonable cause of action, as the plaintiffs were not under any obligation to continue to subscribe to the services of MultiChoice in the face of the increment. And yet, another judge of the court was in the news. Justice Okon Aban, last week Thursday, restrained the federal government and all the security agencies in the country from unlawfully arresting and transporting Buruji Kashamu to the United States to stand trial on drug trafficking charges. The court was delivering judgment in a fundamental rights enforcement suit filed by Kashamu to challenge his proposed extradition to the United States of America. The court held that since a judgment delivered on January 6, 2014 had declared as illegal the arrest and extradition of Kashamu in relation to drug trafficking allegations from which he had been exonerated by two British courts, the government cannot arrest him until the judgment is set aside. The only way the politician can be arrested without the judgment being set aside is if new facts that has nothing to do with the allegations of which he was being cleared by the London court are presented. And on a sad note, gunmen last week Monday kidnapped a Kogi High Court judge, Mr. Justice Samuel Abayomi, and killed his orderly, Corporal Usman Musa. Justice Abayobi of the Ebogogo High Court in the Adavi local government area of Kogi State was kidnapped while he was on his way to work. His driver, Mr. Ajayi Kolaole, who managed to escape, said that the incident took place in front of the executive guest villa at Okene GRA in the Okene local government area of the North Central State. And we round off with the news that the Port Harcourt branch of the Nigeria Bar Association last week Thursday suspended the former Attorney General and Commissioner of Justice in the state, Mr. Wogu Bombs. The NBA took the decision to suspend Bombs and declared him a persona non grata during the association's meeting in Port Harcourt, presided over by the chairman of the branch, Mr. Dennis Ogwampam. The NBA explained that following the lingering judicial crisis in Rivers State, the action and declarations of the state's former Attorney General had been detrimental to the welfare and survival of lawyers in the state. 92 members of the NBA had voted in favor of sanctioning Mr. Bombs, while 18 voted against the decision. It will be recalled, though, that the courts in the state had remained under lock and key since June 9, 2014, a development that has made it impossible for litigants to take their grievances to court, while accused persons have not been able to defend themselves in court.